What's up? What's up? A rare afternoon Earlverse. Hot off the heels. I have a cold, so I have to blow my nose from time to time. Hot off the heels of the most watched Earlverse stream ever. At 4 a.m. Now, William Zoom thinks to seems to think it could have been bots, but where would 700 bots come from out of the blue? So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I hope that's not true. And yes, the Oilers won a great game last night. I thought we were headed towards another blowout. Well, what up? Hello from Israel. Israel, let's hit the like and subscribe button. And you can join the world in the Earlverse. Lahaim. What up, Carlos? No need to say hello twice. I did not see that they're making another space ball. Well, I mean, I think we ended up with 37 likes. I think a peak of 690 people. I don't know where that many bots would come in. But, I guess anything's possible. It certainly didn't come from my end. I'm not buying followers and subscribers. I did that with my podcast. I'm not going to do it again. So, I mean, I don't know if I guess YouTube doesn't know. So, we'll see how it affects my numbers moving forward. It was just really weird that they came in out of the blue. What up, Joker? Well, I don't know what to say to that. But yes, wild game last night, Geese. I thought we were really headed towards another 6-1 blowout via the Panthers. But it's Edmonton. They come back. I'll give them that. They came back a few times against the Kings. They've come back in every series. They've been down. So now it's the best 2 out of 3 series with, I believe, 2 out of the 3 games in Edmonton. So yes, I am from the United States of America, Joker. I am from Los Angeles, California. Thank you very much. Yeah, Chris, welcome to the chat. Bay Area comic living in Vegas, Chris Stornan. Sorry about blowing my nose, but I got congestion. I mean, he's the best player I've ever seen live. Thank you, Mr. Hack. I'll take a subscription anyway. I don't know what's going on. There've been a lot of sirens. I think there was a fire on Sunset. What up, Hi-Fi Protege in the house? Hi-Fi, is there any way we could clip that, just the girls segment today, if possible? I mean, we had about 700 people in the stream, but William Zoom seems to think they were mostly bots because I only had 37 likes. I guess the part where the song begins till the end, I know I can't monetize it because it's music, but fuck it. Thank you, Hi-Fi Protege. By the way, Hi-Fi Protege is only the second person in this stream who can do all caps. Yeah, no rush, dude. Thank you very much, though. It might be too late to release today anyway. But you know, my analytics says that most of the people who listen or subscribe to my channel are on here from 12 to 6 Pacific Standard Time. So we'll see. I don't think Tays, they don't really need them, to be honest with you. I mean, Winnipeg makes the most sense because they're going to lose Ellers, probably. And Tays is from Winnipeg. What up, SCVID show? You know, the Kings, I hear, are going to be heavy on Mitch Marner. I don't know. William Zoom, SC, seems to think that it was bots, which I don't know. About 50 minutes in, I was going to end the stream. And then my buddy Yonder Wizard, who is a very funny Austin comic, he's been on Kill Tony, he's popular in the Austin scene. He came on, and the numbers spiked as soon as he came in. Now, he's popular. So, I mean, I can't imagine we went from 20 people to 700, and they were all bots. But I don't know, you know. I think we ended up with 37 likes, so the numbers don't translate in terms of that, but yeah, 700 people. But it was a huge jump. I mean, I remember at the 50-minute mark, I was about to end the stream, and we had like 20 people in, and I looked at Lois, and I looked back, and all of a sudden there were 450 people in the stream. So, yeah, I mean, it might not be bots. I mean, I doubt all of a sudden just, 680 random bots just hit my stream. But I don't know. I mean, maybe. I mean, the likes did go up. I only had like 8 likes, so they did go up significantly. But I mean, I think getting back to hockey talk, we can talk about anything in here. That, the Kings are going to target Marner, but there'll be other people suiting him. And, if it comes from, Vegas, that's no state income tax. So the $13 million he'd get from the Kings after taxes, the California taxes, versus Vegas, no state taxes. Vegas is appealing. But I think the Kings, it's got to be pretty tempting for Marner to play with, say, Byfield and Kempe. But we'll see. Ellers is a good choice. Ehlers, from Winnipeg for the Kings if they miss out on Marner. They could trade for Jason Robertson. I don't see Dallas trading him to the Kings. But I mean, I don't know why AEW is all of a sudden. Um, Hold on, I'm getting a text uh, from the DMV. I think it's a scam. Oh yeah, it's a scam. Yeah, this is a fake ticket. So we'll just delete that. Are you going to be at all in? How old are you? I'm 56. Yes. 100% McDavid's the best player in the league. But I do think AEW, the 4 hour shows are a bit much. Um, I will come to Vegas sooner than later, Chris. I just, um, um, I gotta, I'm at the point, what up, Sean Kavanaugh? I'm at the point now in my comedy, Chris, where I don't do anything unless no one's better than McDavid. I know you're probably talking about Draisaitl. McDavid is the man. I mean, fuck, is he good? He's like a video game. Draisaitl is not better than McDavid. As a matter of fact, if you take McDavid off that team, Draisaitl probably loses 20 points easily. I'm a King fan, so I don't care. The interesting thing about Draisaitl is Darnell Nurse. I don't think Draisaitl is Jewish. But interesting thing about Draisaitl is the blade he plays with. Like I play with what's called a heel curve. Which is a little like my blade literally looks like this. So when I shoot it, I aim to hit the ball here, so it spins off the stick like that. Draisaitl plays with basically a straight blade, like it has no curve in it at all. I don't know how he plays with that, but he's in the NHL and I'm doing a stream for 9 people. Hello. I mean, I've heard. Well, the breakaway. It was kind of a lucky goal because it went in off of number 77. But lucky goal's a goal nonetheless. Um, hey, CC in the house. Getting another sham text right now. Boy, the trolls are even in my telephone. Yes, report junk. Um, I don't know what this is for. Scratch to reveal your exclusive in-store deal. No, thank you. Draisaitl's very good. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of those goals were because of McDavid set him up. Yeah, I mean that was a great save by Bobrovsky. Actually he made 2 saves. Because McDavid got a very sneaky second poke, and Bobrovsky's a great goalie. I mean, what I mean, I'm about. I'll give you guys a side view of my face. I still like the Panthers because, in my opinion, they have the best goalie. But I mean, McDavid can win a series on his own. He's that good. So it is. It's going to be a fun. I mean, it has the makings of going 7, and then I don't know. I mean, I like Florida in 7. See you, Carlos. Sorry about that. This stream, I try and please everyone, but sometimes you can't. And but I respect you nonetheless. I appreciate you tuning in anyway. Or Carlos, you can stay and we can talk about what you want to talk about. This is a fluid stream. Go on MLC and save the show, Keanu. Yeah, I'm good on that. Have you ever met Matt Riddle? I have not. He loves that weed, though. That's what I hear. I hope so. I mean, you never know. I mean, last week they had to cancel the main room show, the second main room show. So, William Zoom Hi-Fi seems to think they were bots. I do find it weird that after my friend Yonder Wizard came on, there was a huge pop. So it might have been, I don't know, maybe had something to do with him because he's popular. What's up, William Zoom? So I don't know. And then, of course, maybe I was featured on the YouTube homepage. I don't know. I don't know how. We went from 20 people to 450 to 700. And then for about the next half hour, I would say we maintained about anywhere from 575 to 600. So I don't know. Yonder Wizard's an awesome dude. I would do another Conrad roast at StarCast. And I think I did well enough to be asked back, but you'd really have to get the right person. Like an MJF would be a funny roast. Yeah, it could be bots. I don't know. I've been live streaming for a year and a half, maybe. A little under a year and a half. At least I've been monetized a little under a year and a half. Never been hit by bots. Certainly not 600 bots, but yeah, who knows? I guess to YouTube it's all the same. So, we ended up with I think 37 likes. So, that definitely doesn't. You'd think you'd get more likes with 700 videos or 700 people, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to stream at 4 a.m. again. I think I literally started the stream at like 3:45. So, every now, I know the one time I had like 200. Yes, the letter is dead and buried now. And we are out of the Chandler business. Now knowing that I'm being watched. So it was cathartic for me to read that letter. As you can still see, she's sticking to the storyline that I cheated. And I did not. So, if we break 1,000 legitimate people, I will have Chandler on as a guest. Or Jeff. You guys pick, Jeff or Chandler. That's what I thought, William. But I did, I thought initially, well, let me go on for about a half hour to see if there's a huge drop off. And there wasn't. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't think she would. Well, she might just to put me on blast, but I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to her in over 3 years, so I doubt she would. We're out of the Chandler business, high five. The Chandler doll is retired. Now that you guys know the real story, she's retired. So, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I've never been hit by bots before, so I mean, there was that one weird Monday night stream. I don't own any tissues other than toilet paper, William. This feels nicer on my nose, to be honest with you. Um, you know, that one Monday night stream, I think I started the stream at 2 in the morning when I was just walking in Beverly Hills. And I had like 150 people in here. A lot of likes. I think I had like about 80 to 100 likes. And then I did it a few more times Monday at around that time, and nothing. So, well, you know, I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I would assume my channel would get some kind of a warning or bots or something, but I did not. So, the mystery shall be thrown out there into the internet. Yeah, that was another stream. I forget what night that was. The first phone stream. It did have a lot. I mean, I have had Jasmine St. Clair is very cool. Oh, okay. I guess if I bought the bots, there would be, but I didn't. I'm out of the bot business. I learned my lesson on my podcast. Um, you know, we'll see. Maybe, you know, I know, I think that at least a few new people were in the stream. You know, I would guess out of the 700 viewers, whether no matter what they were, there's probably about 20 new people who were participating. So I guess it helped. Yeah, I don't want to, you know, I learned my lesson, you know, when I bought views for my podcast. I felt dirty doing it, but I, you know, was just told by a major publicist that everyone does it, bro. So I just said fuck it and did it, and then I got caught. So I worked too hard on my YouTube channel to buy phony numbers or bots. I have no interest in that. I want people to come to my comedy shows or watch my shorts. So I don't want fake numbers. Was the cis named Virgil? I'm not sure what that is referring to. Oh, I hope so. I mean, you know, like I said, I felt dirty doing it, but you know, this publicist represented A-list people, and you know, he's like, bro, you're a really good interviewer, but no one's going to watch your podcast interviewing the fourth guitar player from Dawkins, and bigger guests aren't going to do your show unless the numbers are worth it. So I was like, fuck it. If everyone else is doing it, I'll do it. Phil Lamar is the best. Oh, thank you, Felix. I had a good time. I mean, you know, the memorial was kind of funny because I literally found out the night before. and he died in I think like January, but we all found out in like May. So, what is a bot? It's basically just a fake number. So, obviously with 13 people in here, there's literally 13 real people in here. But, to impress people or whatever, I could buy bots and then all of a sudden we're at 1,300 people. Um, and I don't want fake. I don't want fake subscriptions. I don't want fake views. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to get people to come to my comedy shows or become fans watching my videos. So fake numbers don't really do me any good. Is Jesse Lee Peterson going to be on your show ever? I mean, I did get number one on the podcast, but it didn't really mean much because it was phony. I mean, it's kind of funny, but yes, 100% sour milk. I'm just very congested today. I never get sick, but I think it's playing hockey outdoors and I'm sweating. I think I was ahead of Rogan, but not really. So yeah, I like Jesse Lee Peterson. I mean, I think he probably has a hard time getting people on the show because of who he is. But I would go on again. I had a good time. Um, I haven't seen Miss Pat in a very long. I haven't seen her since we did roast battle together. Yeah, yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a hot sauna later, and they put sea salt or something in some filter, and it opens up your thing. So I don't know who got me sick. I probably sick from playing hockey, and you're sweating. It's outdoors, so you're hanging out a little bit after the game. Um, yeah, I probably did get sick from that pride parade. Just took a minute to kick in. So might have been yeah. I mean yoga. I probably shouldn't have taken yoga the next day. The ice bath made my back feel better. So who knows? I mean, I don't get sick often, and usually at 24 hours, I'm better. So we'll see. I mean, I feel pretty good right now. I'm just very congested. But I'm drinking my Gatorade, so hopefully I get better. I mean, I don't know if this is porta potty juice, but no temperature, no headache, just really congested. So yes, yeah. I mean, it is pretty hot out for us. I say it's about 85. I mean, I was sneezing a lot yesterday, and I never sneeze. Like it was probably 5 times an hour. So I don't think I have allergies, but who knows? Who knows? Um, we'll see. I mean, hopefully, it's just a passing. I mean, my immune system is so strong that um, I don't really get sick every few years. So this is a rarity for me. Hay fever. I don't think I have hay fever. Um, oh my God, that porta potty. Those rows of potty. If vaxxed, more options. Well, I did get vaxxed once, but I squeezed out most of it, courtesy of someone's brother telling me what to do. Um, we won't get into that again. So, 66 Years Grand Prix weekend. Interesting. 66, it can be considered warm if it's humid. And 66, I would say I just stepped outside. It's about 85 degrees. So, um, it's a dry heat. It's not necessarily humid, but you know, I'm just checking out my analytics. Everything is about the same as usual. So, I guess that's okay. I'll take it. 109 and 105 in Vegas. That's crazy. 111 in Tucson. Um, that's crazy talk. And what's funny is the Seattle Kraken's farm team is in Coachella Valley, and that's very hot out there. I just think it's funny that most of their players are probably from small towns in Canada, and they're not used to 100-degree weather. Yeah, Ekblad would not be bad on the Kings. I mean, if they trade Jordan Spence, um, if they lose Gavrikov, I hear the Kings are in the mix for Byram and Buffalo. So it'd be interesting to see what they're going to give up for him if they make a move. I don't think that Ken Holland was brought in to just babysit Rob Blake's roster. He's going to make some moves. I mean, he basically constructed this Edmonton Oiler roster. So, the guy knows what he's doing. He won 3 Stanley Cups with Detroit. So, and, at 69, he's probably got the energy for one last run at a cup. And then I think he'll turn over the GM reins to his son. I think it's Dave Holland. No, not the drummer from Judas Priest. Yeah, that's where they play, and it's Coachella Valley. I don't know if that's considered Palm Springs, but we'll go we'll go to 40 minutes, guys. We'll go to 40 minutes, and then I gotta walk Lois and conduct some business. So enjoy the stream for the next 7 minutes. And who knows, maybe we'll do another stream at 4 a.m. and see if if we get attacked by bots. I don't know, maybe someone's a fan and they bought bots for me. That way I don't get the blood on my hands. But I hope they didn't. We'll see. It's the first time in a year and a half that I was viciously attacked by bots. Yeah, maybe I'll stream during the hockey game tomorrow. I'm trying to stream every day, at least a half hour. I can't do these. I was watching someone stream the other day. It was like a 6-hour stream on Steel Toe. It was either Melton or Win by 2. And respect for those guys doing that. I could not talk for 6 hours about Steel Toe. Okay, that's probably where the Coachella team plays. Are you worried about World War III with this Middle East business? No. Listen, I'm sure Iran has their version of the Mossad, but they say Mossad got into Iran with drones. I'm not too worried about World War III. It's pretty pointless. It's literally like the movie War Games. But Trump's a wild card, so all bets are off with how he'll handle it. So, there are a lot of, that plane crash was crazy yesterday. And I was watching some video of a retired pilot Excuse me. Hold for blow. What this guy was saying was that the likelihood of the crash was the pilot said gear up, and the co-pilot, the landing gear and the flap levers are right next to each other. He says he thinks the co-pilot hit the flaps button instead. And I did pick up some zinc. Thank you very much, William. So in his opinion, he thinks that um, the co-pilot fucked up. And it is, what up, Articulate John? It is crazy that there was one survivor in that. Well, they say, I mean, this guy, you could tell this guy knew what he was talking about. He's just a retired pilot. He has flown this plane, so he knows. He's not just some fucking crackpot. He looked at the video and said the flaps were in a position they shouldn't have been. The landing gear should have been up. Now, he said when he's flying this plane that almost as soon as the plane gets airborne, he instructs the co-pilot, gear up. So 100 feet in the air, the landing gear is up. And he said this plane had a maximum height of 600 feet, and the landing gear was still down, which should never happen. So, was it Captain Steve? He's a hack. I don't remember, to be honest with you. But it was someone familiar with flying the plane. I mean, this guy was an older guy. I don't know who Captain Steve is. Was it Captain Dave? Dylan McDermott from LA to Vegas, one of my favorite one-season TV shows. It was not Sully. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I don't know shit about flying airplanes, but I mean, the takeoff looked good, but the lack of climbing power indicates I mean, it could have been a bird strike, but this guy was saying they'd have to be pretty big birds to kill two engines. Could have been contaminated fuel. Oh shit, Bert Perkins is back in the house. Hello, everyone, be cool, be cool. So I mean, I guess the potential causes are the flaps being in the wrong position, an electrical failure, contaminated fuel, or a bird strike. But this captain guy, I don't think it was Captain Steve, was saying the odds of it being a bird strike is very low because the birds would have to be gigantic. And he said in that part of the region, there aren't really known to be big birds. So Dylan McDermott was so funny in LA to Vegas. Well, then William Zoom, chime in, baby, chime in. I mean, I'm guessing as just someone who's been on a lot of planes. It was a Bert strike. No, I think it was Bert's wife. He was about to super chat another $100, and she threw the computer into the engine. Hello. So, but check out LA to Vegas. basically a one-season sitcom about the flight crew of a Vegas Airlines, and I thought it was really funny. Um, it's starring Dylan McDermott as Captain Dave. My friend Amir Talai has the co-pilot, and a really funny group. Now I heard in the last episode, Don Johnson appears as the owner of the airlines. It was supposed to be Will Ferrell, whose company produced the show, but something went down, and Will Ferrell basically said, "I'm not doing it." And I don't know, something happened there, but it should be interesting to see what happened. It should be pretty easy to find the black box. I think they found. Let's go on the Drudge Report. Yes, Peter Stormare was. He was the kind of the Russian gambler bookie guy. He was very funny in it. It almost was. Mama, I'm sorry, Mama. Um, it almost had that kind of like RoboCop type casting, where like Dylan McDermott, not known for his humor, was very funny in it. Um, all right, let's see if there's any more news. Let's go on the Drudge Report. They usually are pretty. Iranian missiles hitting Tel Aviv. How Mossad infiltrated heart of Iran. I mean, that really is unbelievable. Let's see. The Drudge Report. The man who walked away from the crash. That's crazy. Let's go to see how the Mossad infiltrated the heart of Iran. That's more interesting to me. The title of the article, New York Post. How Israel's Mossad covertly infiltrated Iran to launch unprecedented attack. Fake meetings, secret drones, smuggled missiles. I won't read the whole article here, but I am fascinated by the Mossad. Israeli spies smuggled missiles and secretly hid explosive drones deep inside Iran in a series of covert operations leading up to Friday's onslaught before tricking military leaders into gathering for a meeting so they could be wiped out. Yeeks. Intelligence agents with Mossad started infiltrating the heart of Iran several months back in order to pull off the surprise attack aimed at obliterating Iranian nuclear capabilities. The spy agency planted the explosive drones inside Iran ahead of time as they laid the groundwork for the explosive strikes. Agents also managed to smuggle precision weapons into central Iran so Israel could target Iran's defenses from within. The stealth campaign, dubbed Operation Rising Line, was eventually conducted in 3 operations early Friday. Wow, that's fucking no joke. I mean, I'm telling you what right now. I am glad the final operation targeted Iran's surface-to-surface missile launchers at a base outside of Tehran. The unmanned aerial vehicles flew to the base and destroyed the launchers that had posed a threat to Israel. The sabotage operations allowed Israel's airstrikes to destroy radars and other surface-to-air defenses. Nuclear plants and uranium enrichment facilities were also targeted. Roughly 200 aircraft were involved in the initial attack. Wow, this is no joke. I mean, the Mossad is like, yeeks. If they want you, they're going to get you. So, it's pretty impressive they got inside of Iran. But, all right. Well, there you go. That's the news. The Earl Skakel, the Earl News Network. But yes, Earl Blitzer. Israelis are just smarter. Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but like they're no joke. Let's see if we got some footage here. I mean, I can show, well, we'll do a little bit. Maybe this will bump the numbers up, so. Okay, so here's the targets. All right. So you can see Israel somehow managed to get in here from here, but it took several months. Let's see what the next picture is. Satellite damage of what they did. All right. Well, there we go. This is a breaking news from the Israeli news report. TMZ Skakel. Yes, let's get Art Bell bumper music ready. So, we'll be back with more news as it happens. So, but apparently Iran is now striking back, so it's going to get wild today. It's on like Donkey Kong, baby. So, everyone have a safe weekend. We've gone 8 minutes over what I said we would do. You know, we'll go to an hour. Fuck it. I've never been on a motorcycle. Is it true that you're like the Mossad? Yeah, 100%. I'll always get my revenge. Always. Might take me. I'm like the Mossad. You see this operation the Mossad did? Took months. That's how I am. I'm calculating. So if you burn me, I'll get you back. Now, a lot of people would say, well, Earl, that's not a very healthy way to live your life. It is for me. Trust me on that one. So, um, you know, that's just who I am. I don't fuck around. I've gotten revenge on people who don't even know. The best kind of revenge is when they know, when they don't know it happened. And trust me, I've gotten that revenge on a few people in LA comedy. They have no clue. I mean, well, you know, the Mossad, they got all the Palestinians. I think they got all but one of the Palestinians who were responsible for the 72 Munich attack. Yes. 100% on that one. Yes, see. And the best part is he'll never know. I got someone fired off a Netflix show. No blood on my hands. I was like the Mossad. I went through several back channels. What up, Richard Swanson? Dick Swanson in the house. We'll go another 10 minutes. Yeah, they don't fuck around. I mean, like, I've been obsessed with the Mossad since I saw the Spielberg movie Munich, which was kind of funny because Eric Bana is playing basically an Israeli Mossad agent, and he's Australian. Um, oh, I thought you said you were looking for a Vago right now. I could send you to Tattoo Mania on Sunset. So I might be part Israeli because I have a thirst for revenge. Um, but that's okay, you know. I'm trying to be a better person, but sometimes my old ways come back. And it's hard to let go of my need for frontier justice. Because I'm from the school of thought that everyone should get along. There's enough money and pussy for everybody. But yes, namaste. Yoga has mellowed me out a little bit, but not really. I want justice, and I will get it. Bad English, well, probably I would say the Power Station, but they were short lived. Certainly, the era with Michael DeBarge was incredibly short lived. But that first Power Station album, that Tony Thompson drumming, I do want blood, and I'll get it. Sometimes I get revenge via this stream. Sometimes I get revenge via other methods. But I will get it. And I've had many people, Earl, you can't live your life like that. Let karma run its course. I don't think so. I don't think so. Bad English was a good. They were much more than When I See You Smile, but I mean that's a great band. You've got Ricky Phillips on bass. I saw Barry Ribs and Ray DeVito are co-headlining. Interesting. We go from Bad English to talking about Barry Ribs. Yowza. Um, who else was in that band? Dean Castronova from Journey on drums. Great drummer. Great backing vocals. Maybe the best singing drummer of all time. What up, Johnny Lamb? What up? What up? John Waite on vocals. Neil Schon on the electronic guitar. I mean, that's a great band. But they didn't last too long. I don't think they really toured a lot. And Damn Yankees is a great band as well. I am congested. I don't like saying sick. No, I have not. I'm not really a huge Triumph fan, to be completely honest with you. I'm not like an anti Triumph guy, but FRD, please help me stick it to my bio dad Kevin Brennan. He humped and dumped my mama. I like the John Waite song Tears, which I believe was an original Peter Criss song. You're breaking my heart in these tears. Do 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 do. Rick Emmett, virtuoso guitarist, but horrible singer. Yeah, I mean that's why Dean Castronova, his singing is so good that I think when Jeff Scott Soto and even Angel Pineda, when they were struggling with vocals in Journey, Dean would sing some of the songs, and you rarely see a drummer singing being the main singer in the situation. But are you going to turn into Pat Dixon tonight? He's having Joey C on as a guest. No, I'm not really interested in that type of stream, to be honest with you. I rarely watch streams. I mean, I do watch MLC because I'm a fan of Kevin's comedy. I watch Melton from time to time, and I have started listening to Win by Two again. Um, I think I stopped for a minute because he said something bad about me, and I was like, dude, I don't even know you. How could you be talking bad about me? And then I was just like, fuck it. I do find him entertaining. Um, Pat stinks. All he does is fiend on cigarettes and Red Bull like a junkie. Well, I mean, in fairness, I do that as well, minus the cigarettes. I mean, I don't know Felicia that well. I mean, I would meet her, but I don't really. I'm trying to not date comics anymore. It never ends well for me, ever. I think, um, I mean, I don't really know much about Felicia other than she dated Pat Dixon. So, probably the less I know, the better, to be frank. And no, no one drives my car, man. So, get your last minute questions in, kids. See, I don't know who Dan Notterman is. I mean, she has great hair and seems to have a nice body, but you know. And I watched one clip of hers. I think it was from a Funny Bone somewhere in Virginia, maybe. It was pretty funny. So, um, yeah, there you go. Okay, see, I'm not really familiar um, with the Comedy Cellar. I mean, I've never tried to get in there because I'm never in New York. Would it be cool to say I'm past at the Cellar and the Comedy Store and the Mothership? Yeah, but it's not really a club I see myself ever playing. I'd much rather play the Stand because I'm past at the Stand. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm going to wash this towel big time, but it's so soft. I love it. Oh, thank you, TB. Yeah, Ryan's the best. All right, we got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Thank you, TB. Me and Ryan, longtime friends. He's a good man. I will be seeing Ryan, I think, in October with Alice Cooper playing with Judas Priest. That's a pretty good show. I mean, that shows you the state of music when two singers in their mid 70s are headlining an arena over all these other younger artists. With Dominic, we can talk about anything, but you got to make it fast, baby, because you got a minute and a half. We could talk wrestling, we could talk ex girlfriends, although I think we've mined that shell as much as we can. I love breaking it. There I was, completely wasted, out of work and down. All this time is so frustrated as I drift from town to town, feeling as if nobody cares if I live or die. So I might as well begin to put some action in my life. Kansas City say, breaking the law, ow, breaking the law, breaking the law. So much for the golden future, I can't even start. And that's all I know. So you're right on that, William Zoom. Sorry, Steve. I think I forgot a question. Would you ever consider doing stand-up shows in Canada, Toronto, for example? Yeah, I mean, I would perform in Canada if the money was right. I don't mean to sound like I'm some financial assassin, but um, yeah, that's Priest in their prime. Is Live Aid in '85 and the US Festival. Um, So, I would, Toronto, Montreal. I would love to do Montreal. Edmonton as a comedy club. I was supposed to headline over the pandemic, the house, no, comic strip in Edmonton, but that got pushed back, and then I just, haven't really made an effort to get back in there. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't do guess. Johnny Lamb, you could put that in all caps, baby. Walking the dog. Bam, bam. Rudy Baga. Hard to call it Priest with no Glenn or KK. Yeah, I mean, nothing against the guys in the band now. It's who is it? Andy Held or excuse me, Andy Head and I forget the other guitarist name. He's been in the band. Richie Faulkner. Of course, Scott Travis on drums, Ian Hill on bass. So Ian Hill's the only original member left. I mean, Rob Halford was not the original singer, so Uh, yeah, I mean, I think KK would be open to performing again with them because he's broke, which is crazy. He invested his money in like some golf resort, and that didn't really pan out. So, yeah, I mean, Ian is an original member, so um, I don't know. I mean, during the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony, you could tell Glenn Tipton was struggling to play, but it was kind of cool to see Les Banks up there right before he died. I mean, you can't find two more different drumming styles than Les Banks and Scott Travis, but you could tell Travis was slowing it down so Banks, would be able to keep up. So I thought that was very cool about Scott Travis. Les Banks is dead. Dave Holland's dead as well. So let me, before we go, I think my phone's about to. What do you think of Motley Crue still pretending they are young and sexy? Uh, I think they are neither. Les Banks died March 15th, 2025, my friend, unfortunately. Dave Holland was an interesting guy because I know that he was accused of some funny business with a kid he was giving drum lessons to, but then the kid, I think after Dave Holland died, took it back. So I kind of felt, um, somewhat bad. If no, let's go on Dave Holland's imprisonment. In 2004, Holland was arrested and later found guilty of one count of attempted R word and 5 counts of indecent assault against a 17-year-old male with learning difficulties. Holland was scheduled to be released from prison in 2012. Um, Holland told some reporter in a letter from prison that he was in the process of writing his biography. He also stated his intent to appeal his conviction. I was convicted of a crime that I didn't commit, like so many others in similar situations to the one which I find myself, an offense that never existed in the first place. There's absolutely no difference whatsoever between the criteria that is permitted to be applied in sex offenses now and which was applied in cases of witchcraft. Holland died January 2018 in Spain. He had been living in the nearby town of Fonsagrada. Um, he died of lung cancer. So his Judas Priest biography was British Steel, Point of Entry, Screaming for Vengeance, Defenders of Faith, Turbo, Priest Live, and Ram It Down. And then why was he let go? Um, why was Judas Priest let go? In 1989, personal problems, health and family issues, and musical differences forced Holland to leave Judas Priest. He was replaced by drummer Scott Travis, who had previously played in the band Racer X. So, I wonder why I have only 14 people in here, and it's because in the year 2025, I'm breaking down why Dave Holland was fired from Judas Priest. But fuck it. So much for the golden future. I can't even start. Now, I don't know if the sex stuff with the minor's true or not. I'm just saying he was my favorite drummer in Judas Priest. Scott Travis is a little too technical for me. I mean, when you play drums in Racer X, you're a good drummer, Holmes. So, and I wasn't really around for Les Banks. You might say um, Dave Holland played on the best Priest albums. Why did Les Banks leave the band? Let's get to that. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's get some dirt on Les Banks. Why? Oh, less banks left over money? Okay. Okay. Damn, he's got a Les Bank's got a big. Hold on, let's. Now you know how I have that disease, ADD. Andy Sneap is on guitars with Richie Faulkner right now. Let's see. Why Les Banks? Um, Sorry about that. Banks left the band just before the start of the North American leg of Killing Machine, Hellbent for Leather tour. Banks said in 2017 that he left because he felt he was essentially hired as a freelance session drummer by the band and was never made an official member. He felt insulted when the band's then manager Mike Dolan suggested that he waive his fee on the live album, and then he just kind of fucked around the rest of his time in the UK with other bands. So there you go. Now you're all caught up on the drummers from Judas Priest. So I think my phone's about to die, so we'll cut it off there, boys. So you have to take Halford's painkiller and the tush. Oh well, we don't do the homophobic stuff in here. Simon Phillips, who played on Sin After Sin. Let me. Well, you guys are schooling me, and I saw Simon Wright at the autograph convention the other day. Let's Sin After Sin. Let's see here. Yes, Simon Phillips. Les Banks on drum track 9, and Dave Holland on track 10. So you get a nice bang for your buck here. Let's see if they background. The Raw Deal was kind of a homoerotic song. Has session drummer Simon Phillips had commitments to Jack Bruce, he declined to join Judas Priest as a permanent replacement. As a result, fancy drummer Les Banks was hired for the subsequent tour. Banks was able to play double bass to mimic Phillips' drum parts. Well, there you go. So now we're all caught up. I think it's funny that Iron Maiden's new drummer, Simon Dawson, was also, I think, the original replacement in the outfield for Alan Jackman. Alan Jackman is the only surviving member right now of the outfield. Hopefully by tomorrow I won't be blowing my nose into the live stream. I'm sure someone's clipping that. I mean, these guys fucking went hard in the 80s, so it's not really surprising that, like, Nico's having health problems. It's not really surprising George Wendt died of a fucking heart attack when he was been fat for 50 fucking years. Hey, Dominic, we don't do the gay humor in here. Let's get to 30 likes. Come on, man. And then, who else? Sly Stone had been doing freebase for fucking his whole life. And he got to 82. Brian Wilson, who knows what fucking drugs he was taking at 80, got to 82. It ain't surprising. It ain't surprising Ralphie May died of a heart attack when he weighed 700 pounds. Earl Skakel, over and out.